Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 18 in our 20 from 1989 series, and this is the first sequel to OutRun. And this is kind of similar to OutRun, but they added a turbo function, and this is called Turbo OutRun. They also changed things. There's a stand-up cabinet and there's a cockpit cabinet. They also changed the kind of choose your own adventure style of paths that you can take in the first game. That is ditched, unfortunately, in this game. But it's still pretty cool. Yeah, in the first game, you got to choose a different path if you wanted to. You came to a fork in the road, excuse me, and you could go left or right, and you can't do that in this one. There is a set amount of cities that you need to drive through, and you need to drive from New York to LA, and you do 4 cities at a time, and if you can complete all 4 cities, then you get to get an upgrade for your car, and you have the same car as in the first game, which is I think it was a Ferrari Testarossa. And you have a blonde girlfriend riding with you. But there's an added dynamic in this game in which if you don't do well enough in your driving, she might switch over to another car, and there is a white car. There's a rival of you that is driving it, and she might, at the start of a series of cities, she might decide to get out of your car and go into the white car. This has really cool weather changes in this game. See, there's hail. Sometimes there's snow on the road that gets blown around when you drive through it. There is also a police car. Now, the police car will not pull you over, but the police car will kind of hinder your progress. It can kind of bump into you. And you get to choose either manual or automatic. I always choose automatic. Now you have a gas pedal, a brake pedal, and I recommend not using the brake pedal at all. You will need to maintain a really good speed. And now I mentioned that there is a turbo function. There is a meter at the bottom center, and if it is not in the range that reads overheat, then you can use a turbo, but it will start to fill up in that meter when you're using a turbo. And you can also look at the top left, and it'll say like turbo allowed. I can't really read it, but it'll say something to the effect that you can use turbo. And there will be, of course, checkpoints. Once you drive through a city, which is very, very, very fast, you will reach a checkpoint, and the checkpoint will restore some time on your clock. If you run out of time, it is game over. But you can continue at the start of the last city that you were in. Yeah, you can slam into the cars, you can go off the road and flip over. Those will slow you down. But the game is kind of forgiving if you do go off the road, but you slow down quite a bit. You might be able to drive through some of the things on the side of the road, signs or whatever's on the side of the road. Yeah, at the turns, lay off the gas. Don't use the brake. That slows you down too much. Yeah, there it says overheat. It won't allow me to use a turbo. I tried to use a turbo while it was in the overheat part of that bottom central meter. I remember seeing this at, I think, one arcade, And then when we had a gaming expo near me in Portland, Oregon, they had a turbo OutRun machine there. I kind of like this. It turned off a lot of players not having that choose your own course motif or dynamic. But I still kind of like this. It's very much like the first OutRun in terms of feel and sprite scaling and graphics and everything. I do think it's kind of funny, whoops, crap, having your rival. And I just ran out of time before I could get to that checkpoint. Oh well. I kind of scooted forward and decided to spam to continue. If you don't use a continue, your game will end and you get to put in your initials if you made the high score list. There's some kind of funny sound effects or things that people say when they pass by you, or if you slam into them. And you can slam into your rival's car even if your girlfriend went over to the rival's car. Some kind of bumpy roads sometimes. And we will finish
very good
those first four cities. The first four cities are New York, Washington, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis. And now we get to install one of the upgrades. You can have a high-powered engine, high grip tires, or special turbo, and you get to go even faster. And I'm going to equip the special turbo. You can only equip there she went over to the rival's car. You can only equip each thing once, so you can't have like two turbo two turbo functions, or two tires, or two engines. But the next series of cities are Chicago, St. Louis, Memphis, and Atlanta, and then you get another tune-up. And then you got to go through Miami, New Orleans, San Antonio, and Dallas, and then you get one final tune-up. So there's 3 tune-up opportunities, one for each part. And then you go through Oklahoma City, Denver, the Grand Canyon, and LA as your final 4 cities. And on this part, we see the divider cones, and I just slammed through a few of them. After this game that I'm doing here, I will put on infinite time, and I think I put on an infinite turbos cheat, where you can do your turbo anytime. You won't overheat. Yeah, this is all right. I kind of like this. The original OutRun was far more trend-setting, and I saw the original OutRun far more often at the arcades than Turbo OutRun. Oh, whoops! I just kind of gave up. There were too many twists and turns later on in the game, and I just kind of gave up. I was like, I can't do this. But yeah, do not use the brake. I would recommend not using the brake. Just lay off the gas on the tight turns. But right here, there's so damn many turns, and sometimes there will be things in your way in the road, like these bushes. I don't know how they grow out of the road, or those are actually tumbleweeds, I'm guessing. Well, I'm gonna let the time run out and put in my initials. Sorry, I had to drink a Coke in your ear. And then you see how far you made on the course map. made it like a quarter of the way through. Even if your girlfriend was in a rival's car, when you go to this screen and put in your initials, she'll still be seen riding with you, so that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. And if you make it all the way through all of the courses, and she was in the rival's car, you'll see an ending showing the rival without her. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Excuse me. We'll pick up with me finishing off this city, and like I said, I put on infinite time. You can see at the top left it says 99, and I also put on use turbo whenever you want. Cheat. And there's Atlanta. So yeah, Atlanta is the last set of cities this time around, and then I'll get another tune-up. And you get 3 different opportunities to tune up, and each time you'll pick one of the 3 things to tune up your car with. And again, there's a high-powered engine, there's a high-grip tire, and a special turbo. And you can only get one of those each time. Look at all the sand being blown across the road. Which cities have I been to? I've been to Chicago. Hadn't been to St. Louis. Went to Kansas City just for a stopover at the airport. Haven't been to Memphis. I went to Atlanta. Excuse me. I went to Atlanta. And note that we have a rock band playing at the top left. Guy on the keyboards, guy on the drums, guy on the guitar. I went to Atlanta to see the Olympics in 1996. Didn't get to see a whole lot of events. I saw baseball. I saw I think the triathlon. Saw weightlifting and judo. Weightlifting was my favorite.
Refit your car.
And now we're going to pick the high grip tires.
High grip tires.
Yep. This isn't a bad game. I definitely think it's a worthy sequel. There were other games in the OutRun series. There was like OutRun Europa, maybe OutRun 20 something or other. And then I think there was like Outrunners or something. I can't remember all the games in the series. I don't remember which home ports this had or was converted to. But we're now in Miami. And there's my rival's car. I bashed into him. But yeah, if you do well enough, I think if you pass by your rival by the time you reach the finish line at the end of 4 of the cities, then she will get back into your car for the next city. Unless that was the last city. You crap. I'm just gonna show snippets of I'm not doing a full playthrough, no way. Damn it! I'm just gonna show snippets of the rest. Jesus! Snippets of the rest of the cities. But again, it is New York, Washington, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Then you get a tune-up, and then it's Chicago, St. Louis, Memphis, and Atlanta, and then another tune-up. And then Miami, New Orleans, San Antonio, and Dallas, and then a tune-up. And then Oklahoma City, Denver, Grand Canyon, and LA. Yeah, I went to Chicago for a trip with my dad and my brother, and that was kind of fun. I'm not a big fan of the city itself, especially now that it's fairly crime-ridden. and the mayor sucks. But sure do love me some deep dish pizza. Let's see, St. Louis. Yeah, I hadn't been to St. Louis, but I've been to Kansas City for a stopover at the airport. Haven't been to Memphis. Went to Atlanta for the 1996 Olympics. Miami, I haven't quite been there. I've been to Orlando and I think Daytona Beach. New Orleans, I've been to. Went to the French Quarter. Didn't catch Mardi Gras celebrations or anything. That's a little too hectic for me. And this is Dallas. This is the last of those 4 cities. Haven't been to San Antonio. Haven't been to Dallas. Only went to Houston in the state of Texas once, and that was just a stopover at the massive Houston airport. And we'll equip the high-power engine. Oklahoma City, I've never been to. Denver, I've never been to. The Grand Canyon, I've been to briefly. That was when I was living with my stepdad and my mom. We went on some nice trips. And Los Angeles I've been to. It's been a long time ago that I last went there. Yeah, New Orleans was kind of a cool trip. A lot of historical stuff we got to look at. Jeez. I love boudin. Sausage and spices in a skin makes great soup. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I was not doing well at this point. I don't care. I just wanted to try to get through the game. Like I said, you can slow down if you run into the side, and you might be able to run into things without crashing and flipping over. But do not use the brake. Whoops! Damn it! It's like a pinball, bouncing from side to side. Jeez, I don't care. I just want to finish this damn course. Well, we're done with Denver. Damn it! Hey, infamous Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. But yeah, after Grand Canyon, then there's LA, and then after LA, that's the end of the game. Just gonna scoop forward to Los Angeles here. I'd been to Anaheim a number of times, to Disneyland. LA itself, I think I've probably been to 2 or 3 times. Not in a major hurry to go back. I don't care about traveling that much. Not many places I would really like to go. Definitely not many foreign places I would like to go. Now we're going to see the ending of Turbo OutRun. Yeah, this is a decent enough sequel. I can understand why people preferred OutRun, the first one. And you see the rival pull up, and he's mad because my girlfriend's back with me. And it doesn't matter if you passed your rival up at the finish line, or if they passed you, you'll still get this same scene here. And we get the band again at the bottom right. That is Turbo OutRun, created by Sega in 1989. This is game number 18 in our 20 from 1989 series, and now we get to see my car complete the whole course. This little segment here. From New York to Los Angeles. 4 cities at a time. Now we get to put in my initials. Well, that was Turbo OutRun. Hope you guys have a great weekend coming up. I had to deal with COVID the previous week, so I feel good going back to work and being 100%. But that was Turbo OutRun, game number 18 in our 20 from 1989 series, created by Sega. Well, this is Crazy Clown Radio, saying thanks for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 17. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.